A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this particular collective reading. Let's get started and let's find out what is the message that Source has for all of us today. This is for all those people who are seriously into inner work. They got into it via the matrix probably, but now they do want to stick to it. So the energy that's popping out the most today, I can sense rejection, fear of rejection. Higher frequencies come with different challenges. So the main theme is obviously that you are shifting into your energies. You also as a person, as an individual, you are changing, you're shifting a lot. And so every time you're shifting, it will then require some kind of challenge for you to go through. And currently I can sense the most important energy is healing the wound of rejection, the wounds of rejection. In a healthy relationship, in any healthy relationship, if one person gets sad or gets upset about something, about anything, and they voice it out, usually the other person will always try to make amends. They will try to address it. They will definitely acknowledge it. They will either discuss it, talk about it, share a joke, or they will try to talk about their own perspective, like what are they facing, what are they going through, and both understand. And this cannot be done always over the phone or the voicemail, or it cannot be done in an incomplete way. Today before this session, something very interesting happened. Just when I was preparing for this channeling, Lakshmi and Shantakar, they started fighting, and they had a very massive fight today. And Shantakar, who's usually a very quiet, relaxed, he's got the typical masculine energy. He's very adorable, no doubt, but he has got that, he doesn't talk much, he doesn't say much, he doesn't even bark that much. Only when he needs something, very rarely. He will not run to the door, he will always be seated in his place. He doesn't want to see who's at the door. And Lakshmi, the opposite. Typical feminine energy. She's very curious, she's into the details, she has to run to the door every time a doorbell rings, and lots of these qualities that make both of them stand out. So obviously there was a fight today that happened, and Shantakar, who's usually very shant, was screaming and shouting and very angry. He could have been in pain, maybe he was simply irritated, maybe he just wanted to be left alone. And Lakshmi was not leaving him alone. So the fight became very big and they were both quarreling. And then I had to intervene, being their caretaker. So I had to separate them both before any one of them would get injured literally. So when I was separating them, I could see that she was wanting to talk to him even though he did not want to talk to her. And he was just wanting to be alone. This dynamic, I noticed, it felt like the hardcore runner chaser dynamic in the physical. And then after a while, when I scolded them both, I got them separated. I said, okay, you go there, no one's going to talk to each other. For some time I told Lakshmi, and animals understand so well what we are trying to communicate to them. But then after half an hour, I noticed that he crawled out of his den and he himself walked up to her. She was sitting silently, she was very sad, and she was just probably not expecting him at that time. He went up to her and sat next to her. They both sat next to each other. Then I could see with the paw she was doing this to him, playing with his ears, and he was not minding at all. And then I asked him, a while back you were screaming and shouting. Now you only go and walk up to her and you only want to play with her. What is this? So then I also saw something interesting, the same thing that I'm talking about. In most healthy relationships, I have seen this. When there is any argument, there is any disturbance, there is any disagreement, the other person is always whosoever it is on the other side. A could be on the other side and B could also be on the other side. Whenever they discuss, whenever they share, it is acknowledged, it is received and acknowledged. And what usually happens is that when it is not received and acknowledged in time, like it keeps piling up, then the person who's at the receiving end, who's never getting any acknowledgement, who's always at the hands of the other selfish person, they will blast. And usually when this happens, then also they are the ones who are getting blamed. And this is the thing that I feel over here is happening. So you have gotten the wound of rejection. It could be rejection, it could be getting ignored, or it could be just not being the priority while you have made them your priority. And this wound is not just coming from the relationship. If it's happening in one relationship, which is very long and very intense for you, or you have been into different relationships, but the same problem keeps coming back to you all the time. Like no matter who you're dating, who you're with, who you get married to, that person starts ignoring you. You're not important. And if you go and tell them that, hey, I am facing this problem and I'm having this issue, they will not give two hoots about it. They will not be like, okay, fine, I'm sorry you have to go through this. Okay, I want to know what it is. What can I do to make it better? And this is a give and take. This is a two-way thing. So what is happening is that you are always very much concerned about them. You are always very caring. Maybe you're over caring, over protective. Maybe you're oversharing. You're doing everything too much while they are not doing anything. So there is a big disbalance. This disbalance creates the wound of rejection or the wound of getting ignored. So when you are going into higher frequencies, this is one challenge and this is one wound that has to be taken care of, because wherever there is love, you understand. Okay, someone is angry. Shantakar was angry. Lakshmi was trying to figure out why is he angry. So she was going up to him again and again. But maybe whatever she was doing was the reason that was making him upset. So he was telling her to go away. But later on, when he was okay and he went back to her, they both had a really cute moment which I saw, which I got to witness. And I have witnessed it in many healthy couples, in many healthy relationships also, on and off, time and again. I've seen it. This is how you can differentiate that a person is in to and fro, a give and take relationship. Okay. So basically you are healing the pain of rejection, and you have realized that you also have some kind of chronic stress which is related to the same pain. And I'm also noticing that you could be having some eating disorders. Either you are having weight issues, either you are eating a lot, or you're eating less, or you have some kind of pain. I can sense pain. There is stomach pain is number one right now. Headache is number two. Pain in other parts of the bodies, back pain, back pain, lower back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, acidity, not feeling very good, not feeling comfortable. So when we are having a vacuum inside our heart, then we fill it up with sweet food or eating a lot. And when we feel very ignored and forgotten, that time you don't feel any love. People don't like to eat anything. They don't eat anything. They will have a lot of coffee, or they will keep having a lot of tea, something, that will make them be like, okay, I don't want to eat anything. Now all of this fear of rejection or pain of rejection did start romantically. The beginning of this understanding that you have now, that yes, it is because of rejection, it is because of this problem, it is because of getting ignored. It did start with a specific person, love related situation, maybe repeated behavior shown by different people, or a single person doing it again and again. But now you are very strongly aware about it. Okay, you are very successful in realizing or understanding the nature of certain addiction patterns in your life and where they're coming from. So a couple of other addiction patterns are also being shown to me. You are understanding the problem is not the addiction. The problem is, why is this happening? Why am I going through this? Why am I going through this pain? Like constantly you have a certain type of pain. It comes back, it goes again, it comes back, it goes again. Why? What is the underlying thought pattern? What is the chronicle thought pattern that is making you go through this pain? So you don't want to portray yourself as very important, but you also like to blend in. So you don't want to be like, under the spotlight. That's the type of energy you have. Now I'm talking about your energy. You are very good with reading energies of other people. You are a sensitive empath. I'm also sensing that you have a natural ability of knowing people's feelings. You especially sense pain in other people, but you are currently working on yourself because in the past you helped some people because you felt like helping, but they were not genuinely the ones who should have received your help. Or they were paying off some kind of karmic debt. So because of that, they should not have been helped. So these were not genuine people. At that point in time, you were probably learning how to recognize genuine people. If you have to differentiate, how to differentiate. So now you only want to help those people who you feel need your help. So number one, they have to either ask you for help, or they have to be in that state where they cannot even ask for help, like voiceless people, or mentally challenged people, or children, abused people. You want to help those. You don't want to help able people, or good enough, having a good life, having all the enjoyments, but still acting like they need you. The narcissist. So you don't want to help the narcissist, or you don't want to take care of the narcissistic people. You're also done with the selfishness they constantly portray in front of you. It could be one person, but that one person could be attached to a lot of people. So because of that one person, all the others who are attached with you or attached to that person, they are not nice to you, because that person has effed up your head so much, or effed up your energy so much, that even when you are complaining about that person, other people see it like, oh my god, what a crime you are committing. You should not be saying this. How can you speak this way about your own person, about your own family member or friend or partner or whosoever it is. So they've created that image about you, that you are the problem child, you are the black sheep. And interestingly, because they're all programmed in the same way, or they carry the same karmic energy, they do not relate with your pain. They do not care about your pain. Okay? Or even if they care about your pain, they are like, I don't want to help this person because this person is complaining. Or I don't want to help this person because this person is speaking something which I don't want to hear. Okay? But they are trying to tell you that, hey, I am lonely, I am sick, I am not feeling well, or I am in a lot of pain, or whatever XYZ. Maybe it is financial crisis also, big time finances is coming. But they are also going through an emotional pain, because emotional pain is the reason of all the other pains. If mentally and emotionally you are in pain, then it will impact your physical life also. So they are trying to tell you that, look, this is my expectation and this is not getting met. So I think two things are happening. One, you are helping people, the wrong people, and secondly, you are asking help from wrong people. So there are people who verbally say a lot of things. Verbally they will make a lot of commitments. Hey, let me know when you need me, call me up when you need me, message me if you need me, I'll be there for you. But when you actually ask them to be there for you, when you're actually in need, they are never physically there, or they will always make up some excuse. They will do few things. So 50% they will do for you, but the remaining 50% they will not, they might not. And I'm telling you, this is also not happening because in some cases that they are also like that, they are selfish, they want to do it, but it's also because you need to heal. So that one person who is basically connected to you or attached with you, the person with the maximum heaviest narcissistic energy, or you can say destiny is written in such a way that this person and you are having this kind of a dynamic where you never feel loved, but you have given everything to this person. You have displayed a lot of love to this person, and this person is also getting love from everyone, but they don't really care about anyone. And this is the one thing that you realize, but others don't. You might not be the only victim of this person. Maybe someone else also in the family, or maybe it's just running in the family. Maybe you have depression in the family. Maybe there are someone with suicidal tendencies, or someone has already done it, or maybe there has been some kind of a very bad accident or incident. It has happened to someone in your family history, so you carry it in your DNA, or maybe in the ancestry this issue was there. Either someone was too attention seeking, or someone was too ignored, or it could be also said that someone was very very good in terms of public image, social image, maintaining relationships, like extremely good. Their whole world was revolving around these relationships. And I also sense a kind of competition with you, because see, you have to once and for all accept that you are different, you're unique, and probably you are the strongest and the most powerful, and I will explain this furthermore. Let me just talk about your energy more. So what God is trying to tell you, what source is trying to tell you, is that what you have is far better. Like, there are problems maybe in money, love, family, but God also wants you to change your perception. These areas need work. You have always had issues in these areas, and now you have started accepting that you did not get certain type of love, certain kind of abundance, or certain kind of presence of family members or friends, because maybe what you are getting is far better than what they can provide to you, but you are not open to it. Maybe because the perception is such, or the pain is so high. The pain is happening because you're switching into an even higher frequency. So like, even when child is coming to planet Earth, when the child is going through the birthing process, both the child and the mother are going through a lot of pain, because physically there's a big shift in the frequency, right? Similarly, this happens like when you're starting to exercise, you always go through pain. Why? Because you're shifting from being in the frequency of a person who doesn't exercise into a person who exercises, who has a fitter body, who has a better body, right? So when you ask for help, so you have decided that number one, you will only help those people who ask for your help, and number two, you will not take help from people who are half-heartedly helping you, or they are just helping you because they feel like they should do it because they have a pity kind of a thing on you, or maybe they feel that it's like they have to put a tick mark, so they are doing it half-heartedly. They are not present for you, they are not emotionally there for you, they don't even listen to you, they don't even talk to you. Forget about everything else. If you try to tell them, if you talk to them, this oversharing is also happening because there has been a blockage, like you've not been able to talk to people, or there has been some acknowledgement issues, major acknowledgement issues in childhood, because you were very different in childhood, so no one could actually relate with you, or no one would actually tell you anything about who you are, and you had probably a lot of questions. You were very curious by nature, so you asked a lot of questions, and when you asked a lot of questions, they were not answered properly. Okay, so you do like to investigate now before getting into anything. The pain you feel is also happening, the emotional pain, the mental pain, or the physical pain is also happening because you are able to cut off from toxic habits forever, so that your energetic body and your physical body can come into alignment with each other. So if there is energetic bodies in another zone and physical bodies in another zone, but they are coming together, but because of the programming, because of whatever is in between, it is not allowing it to happen. So it is coming in and going away, coming in and going away, and that is causing a lot of friction in your life. Okay, so you settle down and then again things are not good. You settle down into something, again something or the other is always coming, and now you've started realizing that this is really a part of life. Some or the other problem keeps coming in. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just get irritated or get upset every time there's a problem or a disease or an issue? Or should I be smarter and not react to it anymore? Another thing that is happening is that you are very sensitive to energy, and at this point in time, it could be happening that you are also picking up thoughts which are unnecessary, which are not important for you. You're also probably sensing that someone could have casted a spell on you. I can pick up black magic energy around you, and I can pick up some very jealous people around you, and either you are very conscious and aware about what they feel for you, or you have had some issues with those people and you keep replaying those conversation and dialogues, and it makes you very angry. So there is this fire energy that I can sense, huge fire energy. But now at this moment, like as you're listening to it also, and as you're going through the pain also, you don't want to give anyone any power, because you know that you are able to take your power back from them. You don't want to give them any power even in your thoughts. So even if that thought comes, or any negative emotion comes, anything bad comes into your mind about you, about quitting, about not being, not being able to believe that you can pull something off, or getting too impacted by the breaks that happen, the blockages that happen, fears, you don't want to give it any importance or attention. See, the reason why this is happening is because psychic gifts and abilities are not given instantly. They are given step by step, and it also depends on what path you have chosen. So I can sense that you are on the path of light and love, and highest soul, which is source, is helping you get into alignment. So you need to work on your food, you need to work on your sleeping pattern, you need to work on your lifestyle, because as I said, higher frequencies come with different challenges, but it will also bring a big change and a big shift in your lifestyle. You can no longer be in the old lifestyle and be in this energy. And you must be also thinking that why are other people not going through this pain? They are also doing the same thing. They are probably consuming alcohol, or they are eating bad food too, or they are going for parties and discotheques, and they are in lustful relationships. They are not suffering, they are enjoying, they are happy. Why am I suffering? Even though I am doing the right thing, what am I doing? What is it that I am doing that I am supposed to suffer? That's because whatever they are doing, they are a match to that frequency. So they are not suffering. If they are in lustful energies, they are in bad food, eating a lot of processed food, junk food, staying up in the nights, partying, smoking, drinking, whatever they are doing, they have a certain vibrational alliance with that particular lifestyle. So it doesn't affect them so much as it is affecting you. But because you're doing completely different things, or you're exploring different ways to live your life, or exploring various things like psychic abilities, inner work, spirituality, then you are more going to resonate with yoga, dance workout, walking in the nature, swimming, or reading, or writing, painting, redecorating your home, recreating your home, decluttering. These are the things that you would want to do, and these are the things that they would not take any interest in. Studying about herbs, growing your own food, lots of things are being shown to me, Ayurveda. You've also realized that certain times you receive some kind of information, and you want to call it downloads. You are very stunned by the accuracy of the information, and certain times you feel that you are in the matrix reality, you're stuck in the matrix. So you want things to become peaceful, especially financially, and some of you are really tired of being benevolent. But even if you try not to do so, you're not able to change certain things. Like, you have learned to distinguish between nature and habit. Certain things are your nature. Like, God has put you on that path. You did not choose that path, God put you on it. The path chose you. So you don't know what to do about it. You can't change it. So you're not able to change certain things, but certain things you're not able to not change, like bad habits or addiction patterns. So you feel that clearing your energy, practicing certain spiritual modalities keeps you calm, like burning sage or incense, or lighting a lamp, grounding yourself, sprinkling holy water everywhere, taking care of yourself, taking a shower whenever you're low, or staying in water for a bit. There are lots of things like going out in nature. So along with all this, if you also practice the solar plexus chant, if you do the solar plexus chanting, it will really help you, especially mental chant. It will help you also get into alignment with your chakra system. So that will be like amazing thing for you. So now you know that while you're investigating your pain, you are also making some remarkable discoveries about yourself, about life, about your family relationships, about the human mind as well. And this is where I'm going to pause this particular session, because after this, the things that I'm going to share are going to be a little more into a different direction, different dimension. So that would be best covered in a separate session. I will see you soon in another one. For personal sessions and for therapy, you can check out the description box. And I also want to tell you guys that if you're from India, then you have to write an email to me to book a session or therapy to get the PAYTM or GPAY details. And if you are not from India, you're from any other part of the world, then the PayPal link will work for you. This is something that I've been started sharing because some of the people thought that I'm not open to working for people in India, which is not the case, which is not true, because a lot of people from India also work with me. So everything is in the description box, all the details. First you go through the description box, you look at whatever is there, the therapies, the readings. And therapies are also not like when I say 3 sessions, it means 1 to 3 sessions in 3 days or a week. No, it is a very customized therapy. It is a very personal therapy, very personalized, very customized. It's not like going to the doctor and telling them, doctor, I have a headache, can you please give me a pill? If you're on medicines, I will recommend you go ahead with your medical treatment also. But side by side, we got to work on these things because these are happening because of programming patterns. The recurring problems especially, be it financial, be it relationship, or be it health-wise, if they're recurring, that means that we need to work on the programming. We need to release the wounds of rejections, the wounds of getting ignored, and some other wounds also. They will come out, like karmic wounds are there. When you are too hurt, then you develop PTSD. Trauma gives you PTSD, CPSD and PTSD, and they don't go away like that. So we need to sit into sessions and we need to work on it. And there are also some assignments that I give. Whenever I feel that yes, an assignment will be good, then I give those assignments and it helps. And that's how the sessions are conducted. Alright. So I will see you soon in another one. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.